Right, so I'm posting my mouse at the top of the screen, that's not great. But yeah, hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you can see, we're just on Motogp 18 title screen. You're thinking, well, you're definitely not thinking what we're doing here because you've seen the title of the video, you know why you're here, but I thought why not just show off the mod quickly. We'll do time attack, yeah, why not? Just don't want all the riders out at once. Oh, look at me, 10th in the world, sorry. Alright, let's do a different track so you don't see my crap rankings everywhere. Let's do, Saxon Ring. Alright, so it's a quick level. Obviously Marquez isn't modded, and here is Lorenzo. So we'll quickly observe him. I need it really quickly, because, well, to be fair, actually his assets are done already, but far from done. So you can see, obviously, the picture and the number, they load up fine. I've just replaced Pedrosa's basically. But obviously, unfortunately, it still says Danny Pedrosa. Now, that is an issue that, well, I haven't been able to fix yet. I found the language file, I've edited it, does nothing apparently. So I'm either not re-importing it right, or it's not actually the language file, so it's one of the two. Yeah, I've been using Quick BMS for it, but I am having some issues with that, so probably will have to ask someone about those at some point. But yeah, obviously Dovi's unmodded. Oh crap! And it's Petrucci. Obviously, again, it still says Lorenzo, but his picture, his number show up. You see, this wasn't too difficult. See, he is loaded in. So you'll notice I managed to get the riders to, like, you could replace Lorenzo's rider with Petrucci's rider, but that doesn't change the names or the nationalities. Yeah, you'll notice that the flags are gone. That's because well, at the time I hadn't figured out how to change nationalities. I sort of have now, I just need to re-import it into the game properly. So flags probably will be back the next time I do a video on this. They're not modded. Right, Ian08, right. Don't look at the number on either the bike or the next to Ian and his face, because one, I missed doing Mir's picture somehow. I don't know how I did that. And two, the number's awful. I am going to update the number, and it's the same on the timing screen on the left. The number's awful. I have got a better version of the number, I haven't put in the game yet. So you got. In fact, we'll get you away from the number because I messed up the mask basically. So it's the same colour as the blue, so it doesn't shine very much. I will change it to the same colour to the yellow instead on the mask. Yep, grins, that's fine. It'll Spagger, that's fine. Now Reading, well, just see an you see his number, his picture's fine. But you're thinking, why is the number not on the bike then? Because the Aprilia UV mapping sucks. That's literally the answer to that question right there. It's literally, I don't know, this might be a little bit of an obscure reference. It's accurate, but none of you probably get it. You know Motogp 14, Danilo Petrucci's IO delivery? It's basically the same as that. The front of, and actually, probably more recently, you probably will actually know. Wasn't the VRTG Suitor, was it? Or was it? No, I think it was the Motogp 17 Suitor. Basically, the front is like cut in half, so that 45, like the 4 and like probably a little bit of the 5, it's like on one half, and the 5's on another, and they're completely different sides of the screen. So you'd have to like get all the angle. I could probably do it. It'll just take a while. It will be done obviously when I release it, but which is not for a while, by the way. But anyway, move on to Zarko next. Obviously, it still says Bradley Smith, but just ignore the names at this point. I have sort of found the database, so we might be able to get around that. Although we will probably talk about some issues at the end of the video. So obviously Bradley Smith. Oh, sorry, not Bradley Smith, it's Zarko, isn't it? So I made all the leathers and that, and the helmet. Well, the helmet's just stock, just like last year, really. And then obviously Miguel Oliveira. You can still see it says number 5 on it, and that's just purely because these guys are running KTMs next year, and I just haven't figured out how to make them KTMs yet. I've just, oh crap, I didn't realise it still said Yamaha on the side there. I've just noticed that now. Ooh, fantastic, right, yeah. By the way, this is I think it says KTM on him somewhere. I replaced all the Yamaha logos, I thought, except the massive ones that are really visible. Yeah. Yeah. This is just Folgers, basically leathers from GP17. I just slapped thingy onto. Oliver, yeah, it's the same issue then it still says the Yamaha there, so I'll go replace those. Does say, oh, yeah, actually you can probably see it there, so you can probably see the KTM, it's under the red logo there. But again, these bikes are still Yamahas, I'm yet to change them, but I think I have, well, I don't actually know how to do that at the minute, but I might have an idea, so I'm gonna tinker around with some things. Crutchlow's not modded, Nakagami's not modded, Petrucci, yeah, not Petrucci, Bagnaia. So what you'll have seen is he has the GP17, and obviously he has his VRTG helmet, because that was the last time he wasn't in a team that themed the helmet, and he's also got his VRTG number because 42 is taken by Rins. I know that that's going to be a problem with Oliveira, the 44, but he's only ever used 44, so it's going to have 44 in the mod, so just deal with it. Alright. Not that any of you are complaining, I think you'll just be like, wow, someone actually managed to mod GP18. Yes, they did. And the numbers are dodgy as hell on the side of that. So, yeah. Obviously, I gave Miller the GP18. Obviously, they don't change his leathers, didn't have to. Just give him the GP18. Yeah, you can swap rider models round and bike models round. So, yeah. Swap. Well, actually, you don't have to swap them. Swap either. But it just kind of looks weird if like two riders are identical. You can swap faces. Well, like I could make Jack Miller load in with Morbidelli's face, and then they just both look like Morbidelli. And I could make someone else load in with Miller's face. You have multiple, but obviously you'll know the textures actually have the numbers on them this year, so that creates a bit of an issue. So I could actually make them both have the GP18. Just both of them would say 43 on the front, so that's why I've not done that. So Morbidelli's not modded yet. Actually, is he modded? No, I didn't import it yet. I did make a Sepang International Racing set of leathers for him and Pedrosa, but they're both pretty awful, so yeah. I'm not good at textures, you probably know that by now. Okay, that's it. I completely forgot that was it. I should be taken to Tantra. I'll probably not going to show off. Well, I've showed off everyone already, but you know what? I'll show you an example of the faces. So Lorenzo here, yeah, I see already set the Saxon ring. So we'll go out, not go out. We'll head to the truck. Obviously, you can see the loading screens are much faster than the Xbox version. So when I went back to the Xbox version, I had to play with my friends and play some online. I noticed very quickly how much longer the loading screens are. Well, these aren't as rapid as like Rossi or Motogp 17 were, but you know. So as you can see, clearly right there it says the 99 in the garage, and it has his face on it. It's got his helmet down the side, in that like little cubby hole bit. So you know, so I mean, it's kind of, in a way, it's fairly finished, but in another way it's not, because one, I've only done the GP category and it's not even finished, but you know, it's not bad. Most of the assets are done. Just I need to do the names or swap databases and stuff like that. Things like a rider performance, unmoddable at the minute, purely because like pretty much all the folders are full of, all the files are like, they've got little bits of like, they've got some values, and they're full of gobbledygook. I think they're meant to be, I'm sure people are going to laugh at gobbledygook, but you know, whatever. They're all like a load of rubbish. I'm sure that, I think they're meant to be tables. Well, at least some of the files are. I can tell that the 2DB files, they're definitely meant to be tables. Because it even references the word table within there. But and there's these things called data tables throughout the game files as well. Or you can see the little X on his middle of the handlebars there as well that I've added. So yes, I am looking out for the little touches and the people that play in first person. Because obviously in the 2017 mod I forgot about the people that played in first person. So I hope you enjoyed your 2016 gloves. It's, I don't get why you play first person mode on this game, but Some people do like to. So, you know. So we'll head out to the track quickly. And I'll probably just do a couple laps. I'll probably fall off. You probably laughed. You probably won't laugh because my videos aren't really funny, but you know what I mean. I'm going to be terrible, and that's just going to... Other people's downfall is amusing for some reason. So, what's the issues I'm going to talk about? Obviously the names and the nationalities being a bit of an issue right now. Although, I think if I can figure out how to get them re-imported into the game properly with quick BMS, it'll be much more of a breeze and the game will be much more moddable. So yeah, I'll come back on the track. Models. They are possible to export and import, apparently. I managed to export them, not with the textures or the UV mapping or anything. I think I messed it up, but I managed to export a model at least. And I didn't have any software to do anything with it, but I did open it in Blender, so there you go. And I could confirm it's the correct model. They are re-importable because in the very first update of the X-Reel, there was the Rossi helmet with the tear-offs. Well, I don't think it was actually just Rossi, but Rossi had his own customized tear-offs, and everyone else had just black, I think. Now, that's been removed, and apparently the model was glitchy. I never experienced any of it, but at the same time, whilst I was modding, I was extracting a lot. Oh crap! I was extracting a lot of textures and things like that. Obviously to work from, so I had to like obviously export Danny's texture and stuff like that, and Lorenzo's for Petrucci. And I didn't want, like, I had a couple like mods for like the Ducati install or stuff like that, like the update Ducati. Now I don't want to accidentally take someone else's work and upload it and say it's mine when it's not. I'm not out to do that at all. So what I did was I uninstalled all my mods and then took textures like that. Oh crap! I'm terrible at this game, I tell you. Yeah, I was exporting some and yeah. I removed mods to export files. That's basically all I need to say there. So I didn't really play a lot with the helmet model, but apparently it was glitchy, so it got removed. So custom models, i.e. Ducati with wings, or you know, there are some proper skilled people out there, like maybe even like modeling all the differences between the 2018 bikes and 2019 ones, you know. So that's not really going to be possible. And obviously, as I already said, things like the database are a bit iffy. Obviously, I found out how to change. Well, I'm not actually even going to go out and say I found out how to change these things, because I found files that reference these things. I haven't been able to do anything with them yet. But I am struggling with the import of files using quick, like. It seems to crash on me. Like, well, I just get an error every time I launch the game. It doesn't actually crash. It just never opens. Which is kind of strange. I'll probably post on the forums and see if anyone has a fix. So at this moment in time, I'm not actually really making any mods. I pretty much did all this like a couple weeks ago. I haven't actually worked on this mod for a little bit, just because this game is difficult to mod and I wanted to take a bit of a break. I have a... Alright, so I'm not 100% sure, so I'll ask you guys, the viewers, because pretty much most of you are here for mods anyway. And I want to ask, what game do you want the 2019 mod on, really? Because I want to make it for 18, obviously, because it's the most recent game and that's the one that I play. But, obviously, if it becomes too difficult, then I might have to make it on 17. Now, I might make one for both. I don't know how people think about that. And how this will go down is the 18 one will be supported, continue to be supported, and literally the 17 one will probably be an add-on to the 18 mod. And it's literally going to be the Motogp class, because I'm not making liveries for flipping Moto 3 and Moto 2, because no one plays them anyway, so, you know. Well, I don't think nobody plays them, but people play it in career mode. But then when you play quick race, like who thinks, oh, I'm gonna, like, you might think like every so often, like, oh, I'll jump on like a Moto3 just to see what it's like. But then you're not really looking for the mod as such. I do the riders because, you know, everyone likes to have the up-to-date riders. I mean, even I do. Like, it's a novelty at first, but in the end, I just end up playing MotoGP class. So yeah, only the MotoGP class will be done on 17. Obviously, if nobody wants it, then I'm not going to waste my time doing it. So that's why I'm asking. I'm going to make one for 18. I'm going to keep trying. Obviously, if it's impossible, then I won't release one. But as you can see, how far we've come in a really short amount of time. Obviously, it is helped out by the fact that people in the MXGP 3 modding community have figured out a lot of the stuff, and we just have to kind of adapt it to fit our game. But yeah, so that's kind of the situation at the minute. And obviously, as I was saying, with the all the files being filled with like rubbish, like characters that don't make sense, things like that. That goes for pilot, like rider performances as well. Like, you can kind of see the keys within there, and the I don't know what they're actually called, but if you go into like the GP17 files, you see the rider, and then within that they have like little like sub keys, I guess. I don't know what they're actually called. They probably have an actual name, but I always just kind of just call them like keys or IDs or values. Yeah, you see different values, like the rider, and the max P thing. I don't actually know how you pronounce that word at all, but perturbation or so, it's definitely nothing like that. But you know what I mean. Like, you can see those words scattered throughout the file, so it's supposed to be like a table or a column, like a parent and daughter kind of thing. I think that's how it's like. I don't know if that's what it's called, but like the parent is like the key, and then it's like it's the parent key, and then like the daughter keys are like the keys within that, I think. Because I think like I think that's what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that like it's what it's called. I probably just sound completely like a retard to most of you, but you know, I believe that's the term for it. So you can kind of see that it should be like that, and yeah, so that's kind of a bit of a overview of the mod, a little bit, not too in depth because it's not too far done, and I don't want to spoil too much, even though I showed off everything I've done. I've not showed off, actually yeah, I've showed off everything I've done pretty much. But we could hop into a race quickly, I guess. See, this race is somebody completely different. This race is Oliveira, why not? Let's do a different track as well. Actually, no, we'll do that track. So yeah, we do have a few issues with trying to mod this game, but it's not too bad. And probably the main issue is I don't think Milestone probably want you to mod the game too much, as in like stuff like physics aren't really moddable yet, and I think they'd probably rather it stay that way, because especially with eSport coming to PC this year, the game also doesn't recognise when it's been modded this year as well, which is kind of odd to me. Like, I'm not upset about it in the slightest, because it means like people can play with custom helmets or custom liveries, go online. It's like I'll actually be able to play online with my 2019 mod.
We're live from the starting grid.
Because I have tried playing online with it. So it's good, but obviously we don't want people cheating in esports, so I kind of understand why maybe these files are a little harder to mod than usual, because they don't want people to access all the intricate databases and the physics of the bikes and things like that, and I totally get it. I totally agree. Maybe if you edit the database, it doesn't let you go online. I'm not sure. That could be the case. I've just restarted the race, and I'm not even probably going to finish the race because I'm probably not going to be able to ramble for that long. But yeah, I kind of get where they'd be coming from if they didn't want that. So that could be why everything's so difficult to mod, but it also just seems like maybe I don't know. It seems like maybe they've just made a new file format, because I wasn't around in the modding scene like come MotoGP 13, although BML's been used since like MotoGP 08, so I don't know. Maybe back then, like in the MotoGP 08 days, people were like making editors for the BML and everyone was thinking it was all weird. And so those old mods, especially, they literally just they actually changed the rider's name, didn't they, with the language file, which I think they used to use like a hex editor for, which is actually what I use now. To be fair, I use a hex. I use 2 different hex editors to edit certain files, just because some files are easier to kind of be represented in one than the other. I use HXD and Notepad++. Notepad++ is a little better for the language file, and the well, it's a lot better for the language file, and for the DB as well. So, I don't actually know what AI difficulty this is on, if I'm honest. I don't think I really play races on there very often, if at all. So Pedrosa's got the weird glitchy tyre thing, so that's back again. That's great. Right, so these are Rossi. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we can't edit at the minute, which is unfortunate, but you know, actually a lot of the stuff doesn't really affect me very much. Although the database, like stuff like the riders and the teams, that definitely does, because I can't even, I don't really know how to remove people from the roster, so I can't even remove Mark VDS at this point in time, which actually at the minute in terms of the database is my biggest concern. Because I might have to do what they used to do on like the old ones, like GP15, when they didn't know that DB rosters was a thing, and they could just delete people from there, because I'm not sure who found that. I think I was about the first person to release a mod that contained like that file modified, but I don't know if someone probably found it before me, but I know I definitely found it on my own, but I don't know if I was the first person to use it, which is why I'm well, I think I was the first person to use it, but I don't think I was the first guy to discover it, so that's why I'm not just straight up saying that, but that could be the case. But yeah, before that, they would like add the test riders to replace these like extra riders they don't need. So obviously, if push comes to shove, then I will do that. I will put Stoner and Pirro, or Pirro and Callio in, or something like that, you know. I don't want to have to do that, but if that's what it ends up being, then that will be why they're in the mod. But hopefully I won't have to do that. And obviously if any extra riders come into any of the categories, then they probably won't be included either if that sort of thing happens, but I don't think it will. I probably will figure it out. I kind of found the rosters area, I think, so, but again, as I say, I can't import it into the game yet, so I'm not sure. Like, it doesn't really appear to do anything and use a pack file, so I think you have to quick BMS it, but then I get an error message when I do that, so yeah. Come on, try and get a podium at this last corner. I'm not going to do it. That's a bit of a shame, but not the end of the world there. But
While the riders complete their
that's a nice, like, sort of, you know, just overview of modding at this moment in time for MotoGP 18. As you can tell, there's me going all over the place. It's not scripted at all. Just kind of as things have popped into my head, I've talked about them. So hopefully you've enjoyed this sort of more relaxed video rather than the serious sort of straight into the action. Just a bit more of a talking to you. And if you didn't enjoy this type of video, then I apologise for that. But this is probably like a one-off sort of thing. Okay, I was using 97%. That might have been why I carved through, because I'm actually good on a MotoGP bike, so I don't need that difficulty. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, for more content like this. Obviously, I'll be trying to do more mods in the future. I was trying to make a Augusto Fernandez and Nicky Tooley mod, although again the language file in the database have not really allowed, well, I haven't been able to import them, so yeah, that's a bit of an issue, but I have got the files ready for that. I've done the numbers and stuff like that. Well, I did the number for Tooley because obviously it's number 40 still for Augusto Fernandez. Although Tooley's not going to have the right helmet because there's literally nobody with a Shuey helmet free. I think that's pronounced Shuey. Shuey, I don't know. The one that Marquez and I think Bradley Smith has it as well. Probably other people have it, but you know, it's not a free one I can just use. And obviously, Karadin has. I think he had a. Actually, we can check now. He has a Suomi helmet. I'm not 100% sure. I know someone's going to probably be shouting at me right now because that's not correct. No, he did have a Suomi helmet, and they have the same as KYT, I believe. I think that's the one. So if we go to, okay, it's probably not as far up, but you know. Oh no, it is. Like KYT, I think that's the one that Fernandez has, and they share the same model, so you can I think I've just knocked my mouse there because the keyboard binds have come up instead. So yeah, that will probably be some sort of mod in the future. I'll probably do a quick little video on that to go with the upload. Yeah, I'll probably do a how to sort of install guide, and if you want like sort of a how to mod series, I can do that. Obviously at the minute not a lot I know how to do, which is probably why I've not really done one. But I can do liveries, model swaps, although not actually having their independent texture. So you can just do like a texture and a model swap. You can do one or the other. So I can show you how to do that. I can also do the face swap, although that doesn't work for Moto 2 and Moto 3 riders. Oh, I think they can swap with each other, but they can't swap with the MotoGP rider. So I'll have to try that out because I think Jorge Martin will be the first guy that I port to Moto 2. So I'll probably find out a little more then about making him load in his own face instead of Miguel Oliveira's. Although at that point, hopefully, I would have figured out the database, so I might not have to do that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Obviously, apologies for not uploading for a whole week, but just how the cookie crumbles. I've been busy, sort of, not really. Well, I have been doing stuff like modding and went Silverstone on Saturday, so yeah. But hope you enjoyed, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. This probably should be going out on Monday, so that's just to give you some reference for when I'm recording this. Is Sunday, but yeah, I will see you in the next video.